Did you know on average, people will buy and or sell a house once every 8 years? What does that mean to you as a real estate agent? Well, that means if your database has 100 homeowners in it, whether it's past clients, friends, family, co-workers, whatever it might be, 12 are likely to be either buying or selling a house this year. And it doesn't include first-time home buyers or investment buyers. Today I want to show you a platform that I use to help stay top of mind with clients. This is something that I've been using for a couple of years, and it helps you stay in front of people every single month. It's information that people want to see because it pertains to them and their biggest investment, real estate, and you can track their activity. So let's just say you put somebody in there, I don't know, that you sold a house to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, and you just don't have any contact with them because they were just a client, you closed your deal, and maybe you're sending them an email with a recipe or something every month that they're probably not looking at, but maybe you're not even contacting them at all. You don't know what's going on. Well, this is a way that you can track their activity. Once you get them in there, you can see what they're doing. So if they start looking at home values, they want to know what their home value is, they want to know what the market is in a certain area, maybe the market around where they live, or even if they started looking for houses, you can track that. And it's a trigger for you to reach out to this customer because maybe they're getting ready to sell. Maybe they're looking to buy an investment property. But there's no way that you would know this if you didn't have a system that's going to track their activity like this does. Let's take a look at this platform, and I'm going to show you several things that it does and how it helps you gain more buyers and more sellers. Let's take a look.
Hi everyone, my name is Leo Namiot. You can reach me at leolens.com. Today I want to show you a platform I've been using for the past couple of years, and it's been really great to generate leads. Now the main thing about this is, you're in front of somebody every single month with information about their biggest asset, which is their home. And it gives them a lot of information. It also gives you so many opportunities to capture leads through this system. And I'm going to show you how in just a moment. I used this a few years ago, and I put very little clients in here. I probably less than 25, and I got no results, so I quit using it. And then I started talking to some of my colleagues, and they said, man, you really need to be on here, but the key is you have to put enough people in there to make it worth your while. And what happens is the more people you put in, the better the results are. And it actually worked for me, and it still continues to work for me to get leads. And the big thing is, it's not a stupid every month recipe or happy holidays or happy birthday. It is something very useful. I have about an 85% open rate on every single mailing that goes out each month. And let me show you how it works and how you can capture leads. And just a quick example of how this worked for me. I had a client that was referred to me by a realtor a couple years ago. They were buying a new construction. I got them pre-approved, great people. And long and short of it is that they wound up using the builder's lender simply because of the incentives. They were getting something like $30,000, which I can't even come close. Even though the interest rate was much higher, they just couldn't pass up the $30,000 incentive. But I did put them in here as a homeowner once they closed. And maybe a year after, when the house prices increased, I received a message, hey, can you call me? I'm looking to refinance. So I called the client up. He was looking to pull out cash. He pulled out $300,000 to buy an investment property. So I did a refinance, and I went up getting that business. And then he wound up buying a house, which was an investment property, which I did that business. And the nice thing about it is he also referred a neighbor that wanted to do the same exact thing. So it does work, and people actually invite friends and family members in. So for you, you sign up, you put anybody you know that owns a home, whether it's past clients, friends, family, neighbors, and there's all kinds of ways that you can market it online, like on your social media, to get people in here. There's a lot of people in here on my system that I never even met. They were either referrals from somebody that gets the report every month, or they found me on social media and signed up through there, or somebody just stumbled upon it. So it's a really great way to get traffic to you, stay in front of your clients, your past clients, your friends and family, so you're top of mind. And it's really a self-sufficient program, and it works really well. So let's jump right into it now. So I'm going to show you on my activity feed. This is where you want to go. So you're going to look here, and you're going to see a bunch of activity from people I have in the system. And if you notice, it is going to show you like this David here. This is 3 minutes ago was the last time he was on. And these are all the things he's been looking at over the past 30 days. And you can see he's a very active buyer. He's a homeowner. So he's a very active buyer. He requested listing information. He's first time on the home search. So if this is a client of yours, you're going to want to reach out to them quickly and say, hey, David or neighbor, whoever it might be, and say, I see you're starting to look for houses. There's something I can help you with. So it's giving you this information. And one thing is they can actually search for houses on here, and it's not branded to anyone. So once they find something, they can click on it and request information, which would send you an email, and it would go to your inbox, and you'd be able to respond to them to see if they're really interested and start looking at houses. But if you go to your activity feed like I did here, it's going to show you what each person has done that you put in here. I put a test one in this morning just to show you some more information how this works, but you can see this person viewed their home market 2 days ago, viewed their home's market. So they are looking at the market around their homes. Not only looking at the report that was sent, they're looking at the market around their homes. But if you start seeing people like this Michael, he viewed this home, viewed the home's market value, he clicked on the listing, he's a very active buyer, he's searching for listings, he is searching at new listings. So you can see, same thing here, Ben Goodall, he messaged me, he sent me, he viewed the market value, he is looking at listings. So you can see what your clients or anybody, your contacts that you put in here, what they're doing. And these are triggers for you to touch base with them. A lot of times they'll touch base with you. They'll send you a message. They may ask for a CRM. They may ask about their market value. There's a bunch of questions in here that really help gravitate people to you. And I'm going to show you how that looks. So let's just look at David's right here since he's on top. We're going to pull him up, look at his stuff, and we're going to show you what he's done. Here's his activity. It's showing you over the last, month. It's going to show you everything he's done in here. Right here, David signed up for HomeBot from a referral by another David. So somebody sent him a referral with the same name, and that's how I wound up getting this person on here. So here's the report that they get, and let me show you what it looks like. They're going to get this report once a month, and it'll have your name here on the top branded to you with all your contact information since you're the one that's on here. It's going to give them the estimated value of their home right here, 39% up since they bought it in 2021. And it gives you a chart here of how the housing prices have gone. So you can basically follow the chart. You can see at the peak, he was around $623,000, and it's since moved down to $596,000. It's also going to give you an idea of what the market's doing and why. And you can click on it. It's going to show you. It's going to tell you how many houses are for sale in the market or sold in the last 88 days, how many beds, bathrooms, square footage, and then you're going to get more details like good cash position, details. So let's look at this. So it's going to give you a little bit of information of why you're in a good cash position. Gives you all this information as a buyer. It's also going to give them the opportunity to click on this here, which would send you a text immediately. So can you pre-qualify me? Or if they have questions, anything they want to put in here, they can send you a message and it'll text you right away. Same thing with marketing and demand, gives you insights on the current market. And then we're going to look at, let's see what we got here. What did I miss? Anyway, and here's what your house could sell for based on recent sales. And it also, again, gives them the opportunity to send you a text right here, which will go directly to you immediately if they have questions about selling their house. If they scroll down further, they have canned questions here. How can I prepare my house for market listing? How's the market for buying, or a custom question? And again, your information is going to be here. So just continuously ask the customer or the client or whoever it might be that you have in there if they have questions, and to reach out to you so you get more opportunities to sell them home, whether it's a move-up home, whether they're selling to move down, or if they're looking for an investment property or a second home. So it gives them plenty of opportunities to ask you questions. So let's go back here. I'll move back to where we were. So another thing it actually shows you here is if you click on it, it's going to give you public records. And this shows the current mortgage on this house. It's from Ameris Bank. This is when they took it out, February 21. And it's looking like it's a 2.875 interest rate, which is great. But you have the information right in front of you. It shows the current balance, and you can actually add a mortgage. So let's assume they didn't have this mortgage anymore and they wanted to change it, or they're adding another mortgage on because they have a home equity line, they can do that. And what that does for them, it just helps them with the calculations on the net worth of their house and so forth. So here are a couple things that show up. Thinking of selling your home, 2 strong buying signals, and it's going to bring up this again. It's going to show these good cash position, in demand market. It's going to show them the information. And again, also leading back to you, they're going to text you a message of any questions, and this comes back up again with your information to contact you. Same thing. Could you downsize and pocket? You can downsize and pocket about $25,000, and it's going to show you some information about houses that are available nearby, what they sold for, and it just got a lot of information. And you can see homes. So let's just say that they are interested in looking at homes, and they scroll through here, but they want to see more. They can either click here, or they can click here, and it's going to bring them to a website which is branded to no one. So you're not going to have to compete with somebody like you would on Zillow if they went to Zillow or Realtor.com. They're staying here within the platform. So they can actually go in here and edit their search. They can put in here what they're looking for, or they can simply look at the listings as is. So they have an opportunity to edit their listings. Once they log on to a listing, they click on, they have the opportunity to save it, to share it, or request information. So they can look at everything that's in here, request information. Once they fill out this form, you're going to get an email stating that this person is looking for information on this property. So it's pretty cool that, you know, everything stays here branded to you. So let's see if we have a house that actually has some photos up. Okay, so this one does have photos because the other one did not, but it's going to show them all the photos that are listed for the property, just like any other site. But again, it's not branded to anyone. It has nearby listings, and it's going to go right to you when they're looking to get information on a house. And a lot of times when you put people in here that may have been a past client, a friend, a neighbor, somebody that you might not be in contact with a lot, all of a sudden you are in front of them because they start looking for a house. They might have forgot about you, or they just didn't know that you were still in real estate, whatever it might be, but you're getting this information sent back to you. So this is a great way to capture leads. So let me go backwards here. The other thing they have here is here. You can share it with friends. So basically, this is how this person came in. Somebody shared their information to join, and that person signed on so they can share it. Now, this one contacted me about a week ago and asked me about removing private mortgage insurance. And the reason why is because this prompted them to call me. It tells me, or tells them, that they have the possibility of removing mortgage insurance and saving $91.89. So this person contacted me and asked me about removing private mortgage insurance. And what happens is I sent a letter over. I explained how it works, how they can request the mortgage insurance to be removed, which is very helpful. They're not going to be a buyer for me, but they may turn out to be a buyer in the future, or they may be someone that's going to refinance in the future, or they may know a friend or family member that is looking to buy a house and hopefully would go ahead and recommend me. So same thing, has a little text button where they sent this to me right away. I wound up responding right away with the answer, and it's just great customer service and a way to stay in front of someone. It also shows how much you paid towards principal so far, how much towards interest, and then you have this bar here if they were going to refinance, what it would look like. Additionally, if they wanted to see how much they can save by adding some more money on their mortgage every month, they can plug in some numbers right here, and it's going to give them an idea of what they would save over the life of the loan if they paid these extra payments per month. If they already made extra payments, they could come in here and they could put in the information right there, or otherwise, if they haven't, they can see what they can save. Also gives you, if you bought another home, how much you can afford. If you buy an investment property, if you wanted to rent out your home and buy another one, if you want to sell and pocket some cash, again, another opportunity to ask questions. And your information would be here, and they would send you a text directly. If you rented your home on Airbnb, how much you might get for it, they can figure that out all here. And again, can I help you learn more? So it just keeps sending back to you. Now, one important thing is I do not get any information sent to me. I don't know your clients. I don't have their information. I can't see your clients. All I can do is know how many you have in your system. And the only way that someone contacts me is if they request me to pre-approve them for a mortgage, or if they have a mortgage question, and usually it's sent to you, then it's sent to me. But I have no idea who you have in the system. I can't view them. I can't market them. I am co-branded on here. That's the only thing, and I'm hoping to generate business off the co-branding. So very important to know that your clients are your clients, and I do not market them. I cannot market them unless they contact me directly. So this is just some of the things that you can do here with HomeBot. It's really cool. It works great. Like for instance, find a home. You can click down here and you can go to Explore Markets. So let's go to Explore Markets real quick. It's going to give you a temperature gauge. And you see on the bottom here from 0 to 100. So if someone's looking in a particular area, it's going to show, okay, here's where the hot areas are and here's where the areas are not so hot. So let's click on this one right here. It's going to pull up the Mandarin area here in Jacksonville. And it's going to tell me it's 81% hot. And it gives you information here. You can browse all the homes in this area. It gives you the average 3.8 bedrooms, or bedrooms, 2.9 bathrooms, 2,700 square feet. And it's just going to give you a whole bunch of stuff. Can I afford it? How long it usually takes to buy a home in this area? And you can, again, browse homes in here, or you can add to your favorites, or you can put show more, show less. And you can actually choose different areas or markets based on where you want to look. So if somebody's in here and they decide, you know what, I want to filter by neighborhood, they can put in a neighborhood. Let's see, a bigger house, if they're looking for a bigger house, cheaper houses, fastest move. It gives you so many things as a shopper to look at, not just houses. It's going to give you information about the area, hot or not. And it's just a great way for your clients to experience the home buying process, getting as much information as they could. So if you're interested, I will send you a link for the freemium. It's called the freemium. So basically the way it works is you get to put in up to 25 contacts at no cost to you. And this is a HomeBot rule. This is not mine. And we do this for compliance with RESPA. If you go over 25 clients, HomeBot charges $50 for 500 contacts. We split that in half, 50-50. You as the agent would get billed for $25. I would get billed for $25 each month. And that's to stay compliant with RESPA. And listen, $25 a month is nothing to have the opportunity to have clients possibly send you more business that they're buying a new house, or friends or family, and staying in front of someone every single month without having to do anything other than load them into the system to begin with and let it fly. You go in every week or so, maybe twice a week. You look at the activity feeds. You find out exactly who's hot and who's not. And you're going to start to see people jump in. And let me just show you something. Let me go back here. If I could get out of this section. Show you one more thing while I could. So back up. Okay, so if you go on this page here, this is one of the ways you can market it. You can actually add an embedded widget on your page, which would look like this. What's my home worth? If you wanted to do that one. If you wanted to do Airbnb, what it would be, how much, it would change to how much could your home rent for on an Airbnb. Or if you wanted to do this as a buyer, where do you want to buy? And it'll give them access to looking for houses on here. So that's one way you can actually help market this. The other thing is if you wanted to promote this on your social media, real easy to do. Hit share social media. You click on what's my home worth, and as long as you're connected to your Facebook, it's going to show this here where you can write whatever you wish up here, and they would click on it. It would get them to a page where they can see what their home is worth, and they don't have to enter any of their information. They don't have to enter anything other than their address. And you may say, well, why would I do that? Well, it's simple. Because you want to show them the estimated value. And then it gives you a blurred screen that tells you if you want the complete report to enter your information. So now you got someone that's a little more trusting to you because you didn't ask them for a whole bunch of information up front. But now if they want to get a whole report and get a monthly report from you, they click on and they go ahead and they sign up. And believe me, it works because I've used it on social media and I've gained a ton of people on here that I don't even know. And they're actually following. And sometimes they're out-of-state people. And if you're working with out-of-state buyers, let's say somebody's from Texas and they're thinking about moving to Florida, or if they're from California and they're thinking about moving to Connecticut, or whatever it might be, they might still want to know what their home value is right now, what it looks like in that market, and then be able to search in this market and find out, what house they're selling for, what's hot and what's not. So I do have people from out of state, like New Jersey, where I don't even lend, where they sign up for their home, or Maryland, where I don't lend. And what happens is they start looking and they're using my tool to find out what their house value is. And then all of a sudden they decide to buy a house here and they're clicking on asking me for mortgage information. So the same works for you. You may have people that are thinking about relocating but want to know about their home prices, where they live, what their values are, what they can get, and they can estimate how much net they would get when they close, how much money they can use for their down payment. Now they're looking for a real estate agent that's local to them, so to where they want to buy rather. So they're going to go ahead and click on your information because you've been providing them information, and they're going to ask you questions about relocating in a particular area that you serve. So it's a great way to get in front of people, especially if they're relocating. Same thing, how much could your house rent for, how much you can afford if you buy another home. So it has a bunch of stuff here to help you promote the business, and it works really well for me. So I set up this landing page to help generate more leads for myself. But this is the widget right here. This is what would go in your website if you have a website. And it's basically somebody types in an address, and what's going to happen is, let's just pull up anyone, I don't care, let's see what it is. So this is what happens. They get this preview of the report, and as you can see, this means the net worth of your home is, and it doesn't show you. If you sold your house in today's market, it's going to give you all this stuff here. So it entices them to actually sign up because it's not actually giving them all the information. It's giving them a preview of what they could get. But if they want to get all the information, they sign up. And most people will sign up at this point. They have their estimated home value, and then they're looking to unlock what they have. So they just enter their email address here, and they wind up getting signed up as a user, which is a lead for you. So just wanted to point that out to you, how it works. It works really good, and you don't have to use the widget on your website. You can use those links that are provided, or you can copy a link and put it on your social media, whatever you want to do, and it drives people here. But it's totally up to you the way you use it. I'll be more than happy to show you how to set up the widget or how to market it a little bit, but this is the way this platform works. It's very, very powerful if you use the platform. You have to get enough people in there. 20 people, 25 people just is not going to cut it. It's usually somewhere around the 100 mark or even more that you start seeing results, because the more people you have in there, the better the opportunity. Hey, let's face it, you could put 20 people in there and you might get 10 leads. Who knows? You might get lucky, but odds are that's not going to happen. So the more people you put in the system, the better off you are. And what will happen is, if you have a database, you can send an Excel file right to HomeBot and they will upload all your data for you. So you don't even have to do it. But you could go in and enter one by one if you want. If you have only 25 or 30 and you want to do it, go ahead and do it. But I'm saying throw as many buyers that you've used that you had in the past, sellers you had in the past, you have their current address and their email, friends, family, neighbors, anybody you can put in there owns a home. And if you like to get aboard, just contact me. I'll send you the link to get you signed aboard. Thanks a lot. Take care.